All right. All righty. Let me take a seat here. Ah. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think my phone just sounded like it just rang. Let's see here. All right. All right, my bad, guys. All right, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? It is Friday. It is March 8th. It is International Women's Day. So happy International Women's Day to all the women out there, and keep it moving out there, ladies. Just do your thing. Shout out to the women that do listen: Viera Tron, Ice Queen Gaming, Ash and Luca, Titanfall Princess, all the ladies that game, all of you, Red Infamy, all the ladies, just keep it moving, keep it gaming. Hopefully everybody's having a good Friday. Shout out to everybody for listening today. And let me just go ahead and say shout out to everybody in England and Germany and India. Let's see where else we got. Russia, Korea, North and South Korea, subs there. South America, Brazil, Central America, Colombia, Nicaragua, a couple subs in Cuba, subs in Australia, New Guinea. So all around the world, as I've said before, and I haven't mentioned it in a while, the podcast is truly an international love zone. So shout out to everybody that's willing to listen and tuck it away, listen later. If you're listening live, shout out to you. I'll come over and say what up to the chat here. So shout out to, let's see here, JP Loco and Players United Gaming was happening. Roman Knight 90. Were you born in 1990? My goodness gracious, I'm an old man. So, but shout out to everybody that's here. I'm just going through here. The Almighty Spartan God, Uncompetitive. Uncompetitive, been a while. How you been doing? Sam Ash. How's everybody doing? Trey BK, Mega Dave, how you doing? What's going on there, Mister? Is it Hammond? Is it Hanman? How you doing? So, but what's been going on? Let's see here. There's Mister Kabini Gaming, or is that Kabina Gaming? So. What's happening, Big Cloud? How you doing? How you doing, Big Cloud? If you do a live thing today, I can stay till about 6:15. I got my Captain Marvel tickets tonight, brother. Got to go check out my girl Brie Larson kicking ass and taking names. So shout out to Big Cloud, Christopher Harty. How you doing? All righty, let's just go ahead and get into it from the East Coast, from the West Coast. It is 12:30 as the crows fly. So what is happening? Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to Carlos Fernandez and everybody, Titanfall Princess, Foxy Games UK, just every Meds Gaming. How's everybody doing? Shout out to everybody out there. They have Next Gen 720. Shout out to him, J-Dub City. Shout out to Big J-Dub City. So, all right then, guys, here we go. Hold on. My phone just keeps beeping. So, let me go ahead and put it on silent. Let's see here. Well, I'll start with a little breaking news. The movie Shazam is it's actually, they lifted the embargo a week early. I'm sorry, a month early. And so if they do that, they're very excited to do that. So they're very excited to do that. So so it looks like they're gonna have another hit on their hand. I'll say now, I think Shazam is gonna make anywhere from 910 to 1.2 billion dollars. I think it's gonna get into the $1 billion club for Warner. They figured it out for everybody who was in the whole Marvel DC fanboy war. DC and Warner Brothers, they have just turned around and they're just making Marvel movies. Can't beat them, join them. Wonder Woman is just like watching a Marvel movie. So is Aquaman. It's not stupid. It's not too dark. You know, like they made fun of how dark DC's thing was with Deadpool. That's why he said, that's why Deadpool and Deadpool 2 said, "You're so dark. Are you sure you're not from the DC universe?" I mean, that's why he said that. So, but yeah, but shout out to for them. So that was breaking news there, and they lifted the embargo on it. So people are going to really be talking about it, and DC's got another hit on their hands. So they put it like this: the first reactions, they say it is outstanding. Talk about Shazam. Now, I'm not going to go see Shazam, but because it's called Shazam, for crying out loud. But Shazam sounds like something you put on your floor, and then it's like Shazam, it's clean, you know. So. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll go ahead and get to the first subject, which is PS4's Devil May Cry. Apparently, is the winning console when it comes to when it comes to this whole console, the fake console war, if you want to call it that. Apparently, it runs 1800p. With checkerboarding, and of course, if you have a 4K TV, your TV will upscale it to 4K, and that's upscaled. It's not native. Xbox is running it gets to 2160p, but it's fake 4K. This is according to Digital Foundry. Fake 4K meaning that it uses checkerboard rendering to get to 4K. And again, I don't care that it uses checkerboard rendering. You all know that. I've said that a million times. It can be dynamic, it can be whatever. But it's according to the Xbox community in 2016, they started using the term fake 4K. And because checkerboarding isn't native. And they're right. But even Digital Foundry says that that the see if I can pull it up here. See, VG Tech has theirs. They did theirs 2 days ago. I will turn it down. All right, it's turned down. I'm just going to get to the actual video. So let's see here. Let me pause the video, and I'll just kind of skip through different parts of it. And I'm gonna share my screen is here, and we'll just kind of walk through different parts of it. So as you can see here, this is all of them. This is all of them combined here. Now this is VG Tech. So I'm just gonna stop it from time to time. You all can see which one is running better. So the game is supposed to be 60 frames a second. So neither one of these, none of this is great. Okay, none of this is great, but this is better. Okay, this is so far that's better. So, and this is just somebody who understands now there's a huge difference. And I'm just, pulling that up. That's horrible right there. That is horrible. That's the Xbox One. This right here is the biggest selling Xbox in the world, Xbox One. That will be the S, I believe. I think that's what it's called. So they keep changing. I mean, I'm stopping it periodically. This is so all you all can see this clearly. Graphically, according to Digital Foundry, they look about the same. Now that's according to Digital Foundry. I'm not, you all can look up that video yourselves. Just type that in. It's Digital Foundry, Xbox X versus PS4 Pro, or whatever you want to put in there. Again, the next generation, and I'm going to address this later on in the podcast, next generation, all this is going to be a moot point. It will be a moot point next generation. So, I mean, I'm stopping it. I don't know where it's going to do. It's just like playing press your luck. I'll get to some other parts of it here. Let's let this run here. I'm just stopping it so that you all can see it, the frame rates and stuff like that. So, Now, again, if the X really suffers, they said in cutscenes. Let me make that clear. They did say that. This is for me to be fair and balanced. They mean Digital Foundry said the X really suffers during cutscenes. So that's a cutscene, so you're not playing. So, but as you can see here, they're not, that's the truth. That is the truth. And again, these games are I think this is supposed to be a 60 FPS game. And the fact that you got them hitting in the 30s and 40s, and the Xbox X, again, the world's most powerful console. Woo! Okay? Quote, unquote, from Next Gen 720. I didn't make that one up. I mean, this is what you got. This is where the power narrative is taking you. So 43 frames a second. You can't even run 60 FPS in cutscenes. So how about you all just, shut the fuck up? So again, I'm just, as you can see graphically, and again, I have a 1080p screen. I don't know what you guys are looking at. As you can see, the game looks great on all the consoles. Let me make that clear. So let me make that clear. So, but these are cutscenes. You can really see that the Xbox X is struggling. I'm trying to get to a scene where there's an actual fight scene. I don't know if this guy has any in here or not. Doesn't seem like he does. So, yeah, I'm just stopping it. So, again, you can see here and here, I can't tell a difference between these two. This actually looks like it has more smoke. The smoke coming up here. That's pretty cool. So I may get the Xbox One S version of it. But I'm just trying to see if he's got a fight, because it really is struggling. All right, here's a fight. Let me kind of go back a little bit. But I am not gonna lie, the Xbox is struggling. See, 48, 57 is not bad. That's not bad. Let's keep it 100%. So I'm just, this is a fight right now. So I'm just stopping it. So you look like you haven't this one, what I'm seeing, it's anywhere from 6 to 9 FPS. Now, I don't know how big of a difference that makes for you all, but all I know is that one of these things is supposed to be the world's most powerful console. This game is clearly looks about the same. It looks great on all the consoles, but it's clearly running worse on the Xbox X. Clearly. Again, I'm just randomly stopping it. Now, here we got, it's 60. This is a fight. So we got 60 here all the way across the board, which is good. Here's another fight scene. You clearly see I'm just randomly stopping it. So, I'm just letting, you all see this for yourselves, okay? We now know who has the superior console. Okay, how many games is this in 2019 that look better and that look just as good and are running better? I mean, this is about all these multiplats this year. The only multiplat that really stands out so far this year is Far Cry's New Dawn or New Destiny. Is it called New Destiny or New Dawn, something like that? That does look better on the Xbox X. It's not even close, So, yeah, there's JP Local. The Devil May Cry 5, I've heard is a good game. I'm not here to say it's a bad game. I'm here saying that that it is what it is. I'm not here to throw salt on the wound. We do have a king, and it is the PlayStation. So shout out to the chat. Shazam is the original Captain Marvel. That's true. That is true. Yep, that is true. Your history there. But Shazam's not been called Captain Marvel for like almost 60 years. Even shout out to Vieira Tron. She brought that up the other day. What's up, Ice Queen? Happy International Women's Day. Go to the pub and have a brew on me. Say this brew is on Craig. so yeah, but it's yeah, so both Christopher Hart saying both the PS4 Pro and Xbox X use checkerboard. They're trying to be petty. That petty in the Xbox community. Yeah, again, they are petty. That's a great term for them. Shout out to my boy Cycle Gamer. He's up there talking about how PlayStation no longer pushes indies anymore, and it's like the developers have their own conference cycle. PlayStation nor Xbox has to push them. They have their own conference, and Xbox and PlayStation can just go to their conferences. Isn't that that's what I would do. I mean, that's that's what I would do. So so it's but it is what it is. But I want to hear you all's thoughts. What did you all think about that? And now let me tell you, that was VG Tech, I believe, and Candyland has the same thing. Now they show different scenes, and Digital Foundry has the same thing. Again, they show different scenes, but Pro runs better than the X. That's just so. It's like this for Anthem. It's like this for this game. It's like this for what else do we have this year? Resident Evil. Okay. Which I'm going to play that on PC. Shout out to the PC community. Once I get I'm sharing games on Steam with a gentleman, and I'm wanting to make sure that I get logged back in. He's supposed to log me back in later tonight, which is fine because I'm going to the movies. It's International Women's Day, so my woman's coming over here between 3:30 and 4:30. We're going to have International Women's Day, and then 2 hours later, I'm going to the movies. That's just the way it's going to be. It's the way I roll. But yeah, the X is a monster. Cool. Xbox sad. 1800p is superior. Look, 1800p is 60 FPS. I played Mass Effect Andromeda, which you all know is garbage, okay? But I played that at 1800p, 60 FPS on PC, and it's the same. It looks just like the PlayStation and the Xbox, except I'm running at 60 frames per second. So Chinese Hero Project, don't know a whole lot about that. Yeah, Fernando's right. Xbox, this is what happens, guys, when you brute force things. So see, they're brute forcing 2160p. And remember I asked Widowmaker about that? I said, how are they going to get to 2160p? And he would say power. And I said, okay, are they going to use brute force? Because the drawback at using brute force is that you're not going to have the smoothest frame rate. And that's what they've done. Sony, in this, my opinion, and you all can hold a different opinion, that's fine. Sony has found a better medium, meaning a better in-between in Xbox. Because Xbox is like all or nothing. They're all or nothing. And Sony's kind of right in the middle. I mean, again, I'm not here to say that there are not games on the X that look better. I've seen it. I have seen it, okay? So I understand there are games that do look better on the X that don't look as good on the Pro. That's without saying. But it just seems like in 2019, and we're coming to the end of the generation, Sony's going to it's got 4 major bangers to release, not to mention Judge Eyes and Project Awakening, all that stuff. And that's still coming. Allegedly, that's still coming. I haven't heard any cancellations. I do want to say take your time to Mr. Kojima and with his game Death Stranding. That's my most anticipated game for PlayStation coming out. That's my most anticipated game. Now, yes, am I going to get MLB The Show in a couple weeks and take Lincoln Clay and J-Dub City over that left field porch? You bet your ass I am. Am I going to get Days Gone? Yeah, more than likely I'm going to get Days Gone Hey, there's 30 people watching and there's only 13 likes. You all get the likes up. I also need you to go back and listen to the podcast I did Tuesday with Miss Vieira Tron. We had a good time. Hopefully the people listening had a good time too. So go back and listen to that and rate and like and leave a comment or two on those podcasts. Me and Vieira are trying to work on a podcast for you all. You got to give us some feedback, okay? So just need your help on that one. That's all. Need your help on it. So Ice Queen's going out tonight with her stepsister. It's her birthday. Oh, okay, well, have a great time, Ice Queen. Be careful. So you help Pro runs better at a lower res. They're both. Yeah, it is running at a lower res, but again, there's not a lot of difference between 1800p and 2160p. Yes, there is a difference, but it is what it is. So, it is what it is. I do not know. It's and the res on the Xbox is a checkerboarded res. So it's not a native res. So this FYI, this letting you know, it's FYI. So, but let's see here. So you're saying Microsoft built a half-ass next-gen console before next-gen? No, I won't say it's half-ass. They are brute forcing something. It's not working. Okay, let me ask you all a question that's a quantified question. This is a quantifier. Is it true or not true that ever since the Xbox X came out, so here's your question, has Sony increased its lead over Microsoft's console, or has Xbox eaten into the Sony lead? What do you all think? Do you think they've gained ground on Sony, or have they lost ground on Sony? So, how long do we expect to wait for a comic book podcast? A comic book podcast. I got to get some more people for that. Okay. There's already a lot of really great comic book podcasts, though. So the Destroyer was happening. Nobody's answering my question. Are you all listening? So they lost ground. Okay, the question of competitive is, since the Xbox X was released in 2017, has Xbox gained ground on PlayStation, or have they lost ground? What do you all think? Because Xbox is supposed to be the world's most powerful console. Woo! Okay? So, I'm saying this is a quantifier because we can quantify that the power was never important. Okay? The power was never important. So, yeah, Xbox has lost ground. That's why they quit reporting how much they've sold. So, and it is what it is. So, does HDR deep color matter when you turn your TV starts to flicker? I got an LG. Yeah, it does matter. It matters. But see, I don't know a ton about LG TVs. Is it an OLED? If you got an LG, just get an OLED. So if you have an LG. But simply just look that up online. You can just type in LG deep color. So Xbox One X is a more substantial upgrade over the X1 than the Pro is over the base PS4. That is true. That is true. And I saw somebody's comment about how come they just didn't do 1440p 60. I agree. I don't disagree. I play all my games at 1440p 60. Okay? The only game I changed to 4K was Metro. I played that in 4K, and I wanted to kill that rat 4K. I did it. I dropped the res to 1440p. So because I'd rather play 1440p high graphical settings. It's really hard for you all to understand that something at a lower resolution can look better than something at a higher resolution because it looks better graphically. Okay, I played the Division at 1080p. I think I had everything in ultra and high settings. It looked phenomenal. It looked phenomenal. Sounded even better. Oh, also, guys, I do need you all's help. if I open up the PayPal again just to get some headsets, can somebody make a PayPal donation for Craig to get a headset? Because I need a headset for the PC, okay? Because of the PlayStation headset that I have, it's broken. Now, I got another one for that. I got another one that's Bluetooth, so I'm good on that. But the Bluetooth PlayStation headset does not Bluetooth to my PC. The Windows hardware doesn't work with Sony. So if I did that, could you all help a brother out? Give me up to about $30. I can go get a pair of Astros for like $29.99. Is that something you all would be willing to partake in? So Xbox X is like R. Kelly. No, come on, let's not compare gaming consoles to R. Kelly now. Come on. Do I accept EBT? You're horrible. You're horrible. Yeah, actually, I would. Actually, nah. I don't know. Just if you feel like it, just go ahead and hit up the PayPal and drop $3 to $5 in there. Look, there's 30 of you in here now. If each one of you drops in like $2 to $3, I can get a headset. So I'm just asking. So I'm just putting it out there. You know, if not, it's okay. I mean, it's not the end of my world. Lincoln Clay, this is not Mass Effect. Hey, but I've been playing Mass Effect 2 on PC, and it's actually, I'm having fun. Now, let me tell you what I don't like. Okay, this is just for if you're going to get a PC. In order to play Mass Effect 1 and save it, you had to do this crazy ass save thing and copy the file and put it into this. I mean, I ain't doing that. So I put Mass Effect 2 in, and I'm starting in the ghetto. I mean, I am in the ghetto. I mean, it got hardly no money. Well, actually, you got money, but if your Mass Effect 1 save goes through, the 4 elements that you need to create things, you start with about 50,000 on each line. I ain't got nothing. I mean, I got this, and I'm holding my crotch. I got this, So it's crazy. But yeah, I got the shout out to Origin. I bought the DLC, and the DLC pack worked. It was $24. I bought that shit, and it's there. I can play it. So I got everything. I even got some weapons I ain't never seen before. And I'm a big and I played Mass Effect about 20,000 times, but there were weapons that I had never seen before that I now have. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, there's my Mass Effect talk. So, but yeah, so it's so Sony better drop Ghost of Tsushima and Lost Soul aside. I don't think Ghost of Tsushima is coming this year. I think the only game that's left that may come out is The Last of Us, and that's a maybe. That's a maybe because Naughty Dog's not. I follow them pretty close on Twitter, and they haven't put anything out as far as where they are in production and things like that. I would say that they are pretty far along in that game, and I want that game, but it's not my most anticipated game. So. Just it is what it is. So it is what it is. But I'm excited about it. It's going to be a big seller. So El Matador says chill. I know. So, Days Gone's looking good. Yeah, I mean, I'm buying Days Gone. That's already like I told you my story, right? I went to go finish paying off Days Gone, and these black dudes was in there trading in their Xbox. Trading in their Xbox X, and they were getting a Pro because I guess they only had to pay. I think with the trade in, they were able to get the Pro for like $52. So they were able to get, they got it for $52. So, and just it is what it is. So it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. So, but yeah, so Devil May Cry getting good reviews. Yeah, and I plan on hopefully, shout out to the PC community. I'll be downloading that tonight. Maybe because I still gotta finish playing Tomb Raider and Metro, so I'm good. But I've heard nothing but great things about Devil May Cry though. So Shadow died twice looks good. Well, if your Shadow's got to die twice, it better be good. So yeah, and that was allegedly supposed to be Tenchu. Okay, that was allegedly supposed to be Tenchu. But let's get to the EA one because to me this one is huge. I don't know if you all knew this or not, and because nobody's talking about it. I take that back. I've not seen people talking about it. So let me go to Mr. Share My Screen and tap him on the shoulder. Yeah, here we go. So EA won't hold a traditional E3 press conference, focusing on streams instead. Says the company is reworking its EA Play fan event this year to focus on an individual live stream. So again, EA will not be at E3. I'm going to say that again. EA will not be at E3. So it's looking like E3 is I mean E3 to me is it always will be the ultimate fan celebration, but it's not the celebration it used to be. Okay, it's like people say about BioWare. People would say BioWare, and I love the past tense BioWare. But BioWare is no longer the company that made Baldur's Gate and Jade Empire and Mass Effect. They're not that company anymore. And this is the way I look at E3. It's not that E3 did not have its time. I remember taking off work so I could stay home and watch E3 on G4. I don't know if you all remember that network with Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb and all of them. I would sit down and I would get up at 10:30 in the morning, go get some biscuits and gravy, and they would start their press conference they would start like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I would just watch all day long. I would watch all day long, and but this is I can't say this is disappointing, but but this is the trend now. I mean, it's E3 isn't what it used to be. It's just not. And so when you hear people saying Sony not being there and the PlayStation community is damage controlling, it's look, EA is arguably, whether I like them or not, whether you like them or not, and whether I or you want to admit it, EA is one of the biggest publishers for games around the world. They're not going to be there. They're going to have their own conference instead, which makes sense to me. So, since during EA's press conference last year, the company said it planned to compete with Epic's Fortnite by offering its own take on Battle Royale modes in its Battlefield 5, which I don't know if that ever worked out or not. Anthem Online multiplayer shooting game, which was released February, to mixed reviews. I know Sick Humor thinks that game is great. Shout out to Sick Humor. And I know people who think that game is straight garbage. Straight garbage. So, and I know it's apparently bricking consoles, but allegedly they've got that fixed. They're claiming that they, being BioWare and Sony, said they'll fix that, and there's supposed to be another firmware update next week. So just can't play it till next week, I guess. So, but yeah, they're Apex. It's EA, and that's a surprise hit for them. So it says it's got 50 million in a month. That's good. That's great. So that's really good, and so it is what it is. But this is from CNET. I mean, this isn't a fanboy site. This is a business site. I love using this site. They help track tech in business, to see where it's going. So, but what do you all think about that? EA basically said you all can go pound sand. We're not doing it. Go kick rocks. I mean, whatever you want to say. EA is not doing it. So, what do you all think? So I didn't know Activision had left E3. So is that Ubisoft? Ubisoft has their own press conference. I know that. So we have Ubi, we got EA. Now you're saying Activision? Wow. Wow. So, so you bought EA's Real Racing 3 on your new Apple TV gaming console yesterday. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the driving games all seem to be performing well no matter what. So the moment Ubisoft leaves, E3 is dead. I think Spartan God, didn't Ubisoft have their own press conference last year? Wasn't that, where they showed that boat game, that not Sea of Thieves, whatever that boat game was called. Then they showed that game where that chimpanzee was jumping around with a gun. You know, the last good E3 was the one with the PS. See, I think E3 2015 was really good. I thought both of them. I thought both Sony and Microsoft had really good press conferences in 2015. So I thought that was the apex of it. 2016, it was kind of a, that's when 2016, that's when Xbox announced the S and then the Scorpio. So, just it is what it is. So why aren't these YouTubers ripping? Well, because of the other story, which we'll get to here in a minute. But what do you all think about EA telling them to go kick rocks? I mean, again, I think it's hilarious that EA is doing that. I'm not, I'm just letting people know that's just, it is what it is. So, oh shit! Shout out to Nicole Michelle. All right, she's streaming now. Cool, cool, cool. So, I'm getting my other video up next here. Damn it. Come on. There we go. All right. So I got another video up here. We can get to that next story. All right. So, is anybody shocked? Once you finish AC Odyssey and Tomb Raider, you will sell your X. All right. And again, both those games look fantastic on the X, especially Tomb Raider. Yeah, now I will give credit where credit is due. The Tomb Raider game does look better on the X. It doesn't look that much better than the Pro, but it has a deeper color. And it's hard to quantify that until you see it. So, yeah. EA is mostly about sports. Yeah, they got a lot of property, though. Battlefield is a pretty good property. Titanfall, those are good. I mean, they got some steady properties, that if they nurture them, is actually pretty good. And didn't they publish Mafia 3? Which I got that on Steam. I have access to that. So yeah, there you go. What up there, Sick Human? No, I already talked a little bit about Mass Effect. So very disappointed in the PC version of having to save. I can't get Mass Effect 1 to save into Mass Effect 2. Garbage. But it is what it is. I'm over it now. I'm already into Mass Effect 2. So it's just going to be harder, which I got no problem with. I just have to do a little bit more. Have to be a little bit more. So, but shout out to Sick Humor. So, so Square Enix had their own presser. Yeah, Skull and Bones. Yeah, which I signed up for that demo over at the Ubi website. So I signed up for Skull and Bones demo. So I plan on going around and just blowing the hell out of people. I will spend time in that game because I like ship-to-ship combat and tactics. So, but yeah. So you keep having hope for these companies like with E3. Well, I'm not saying E3 may be great this year. I'm not here to say it won't be great, but with EA leaving and Ubisoft, I mean, and yeah, you all right. Square Enix had that huge press conference and they weren't there. They just they walked out on stage and was like, "Here's our shit," and it lasted like 40 minutes long or something like that. So, I just think it's like Sean Layton said, if E3 is a trade show, then it's too late in the year to do it. So what exactly is it? If we're just going to show off games, then there's no reason for us to be there because we can show games at any point. So, I'm not knocking E3. I'm a huge E3 fan. I went to E3 in 05. No, 06. I went to E3 06. That's where I saw Mass Effect, and Mass Effect was not on the main stage. It was in a booth. And I went to a booth. I waited 2 hours and I looked at it. I'm like, wow. And it did not look like it looked now. It was a totally different kind of build. So, but it's disappointing. I mean, is this disappointing? Is this more ammo that shows you that Sony is actually leading the field? You know, I'm just asking. You know, I shouldn't say ammo. That's the wrong word. Well, what do you all think? Come on, we need some participation here. Hit that like button too. I'm feeling neglected on those likes. So, well, what are people talking about here? I'll put the video up there. I'm gonna have to share my screen again. What I'm not gonna share. Oh, did I do that right? Nope, didn't do it right. Here's what everybody's talking about. This is what everybody's talking about, right? Remote play. Let's go back further. Doesn't that look familiar? That looks familiar, doesn't it? Looks like the xCloud, right? Let's see if I can pull that up. See here. Let's go to xCloud announcement. No, that's okay. Yeah. You see that? I just pulled that up. Doesn't that look the same, doesn't it? Right? Can we all say that's an Xbox controller? And let's see, let's go back to the other one here. Damn it. My phone's in the way. And that's a Sony one, right? Right? But contraire, mon frere. Look at the date for the xCloud. October 8, 2018. This is the announcement. Let's go back to that YouTube video. Where is it at? Published October 28, 2014. Okay. I mean, I really want everybody, you all see that. I want you all to see that. But yet, according to K-Mega, Sony is following Microsoft. Can somebody tell me what comes first between 2014 and 2018? I want you all to really understand that I told you all that when more news came out, that the Xbox community has gone full retard. I told you they were going to be doing this. Nothing has changed except Sony canceled the PSP and something called the Vita. Okay? Sony canceled that. See, this is remote play. This is 2014. But when Sony canceled the PSP, they had no support. Where are you going to play your games if you want to play remotely? I guess that when they canceled it, they canceled service to them. So Apple came along and said, you know, Sony Play, I'm just going to put iOS. So it's the same thing, you know. So I'm going to let this commercial play. Well, that actually looks pretty damn good. It's showing a food commercial. I mean, it's remote play. Now this video, let me get the, what do you all say? What do these kids say? We want to see the receipts. Well, that's what we're looking at. Now, this is the new one that apparently that the Xbox community is talking about. See, it's still PS4 remote play. Now, this is from yesterday. I mean, can somebody tell me what changed? I mean, the only thing that changed is where the game is now available to get. But it's the same service. They just put it. I mean, people have been wondering what Apple and Sony have been talking about. This is it. Hopefully this answers your questions. Apple, but Apple has a pretty damn good, strong internet service. I think we'll all agree on that. It's better than the PSN. It's probably one of the best in the world. They have their own cloud services. Okay. It was like, okay. So, they also, it's very rated. It's like a 4.8. It's free. So, and I'm not going to do this, but I just want people to see this. Nobody wants to see her. But this is it. I mean, I guess this is Grand Theft Auto. And there's somebody else playing another game on there. This is an iPhone. So it's just instead of using an iPhone, instead of using a tablet, you can use a tablet. So I guess this is what everybody's talking about. So, and I don't understand. Somebody can help me understand why this is so much different than what Sony was doing half a decade ago. I mean, seriously, can somebody help me make sense of that? That's all I'm asking. Make it make sense. So, I mean, I'm just saying, what's up, Jemiah Dixon? Make it make sense. So, I'm just, I'm trying to understand it, ladies and gentlemen. This Capcom has poor marketing. They did pretty well with Resident Evil. So, AirPlay streams your iPad to your TV via Apple TV very well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Apple has Apple TV. That's streaming. So, and I'm just saying, I don't know. Somebody help me make sense of it. So, so Christopher Hart says Sony started this gen doing streaming, but now that Xbox wants to do it, and since they can't push 4K Blu-ray no more, it's the most innovative move they're doing. Yeah, I'm just saying, bots are looking dumb. Xbox has abandoned them, right? Yeah, I don't disagree. So Apple doesn't have an internet service. Then what do they use when you use an iPhone? Isn't that internet? Oh, let's do Verizon and stuff like that. But they have a good support, and they do have cloud-based services, right? So what's up, KOIP 901? You right, man. That PC, man, it's beautiful. That is beautiful. So somebody said it's on a device that is outside the Sony PlayStation ecosystem. It's a small step, but a step nonetheless. Well, I mean, again, it's you still need a PlayStation to use it, though, right? I mean, I'm just asking. But again, it's they did this already, Taser Delight. I mean, so is that the thing? Is that because you can play it on an Apple device and eventually on an Android phone or tablet, that it's out? It's remote play. That's what I don't understand. All they did was expand remote play because they don't support PSP anymore. So they came through the back door, but they've been doing this for half a decade. I'm just so it says Safari browser on iPhones, and it's horrible. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sick. You're right. That's all I can say. But we saw the dates, Taser Delight. Sony started doing this in 2014. I'm just saying. I mean, we saw. What do you all say? The receipts, which I think is the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. But that's what you guys say. You gotta show me the receipts. Show me the receipts. Where are the receipts? I just showed them to you. So how is Sony following when they've been doing this for half a decade? Again, make that make sense. We saw the dates. The dates are the receipts. It's retarded. I mean, it's retarded. So Sony has no exclusives. That's all they want to be able to say. Who wants to be able to say that, though? I mean, can you not play some of Sony's games on PC? I mean, yeah. I mean, are they going to put? I mean, I guess, are they going to put games day and day onto the remote play? And I guess the answer to that is yeah, but you have to still use their mother device. I guess the difference is that Xbox, you're not going to need an Xbox. You're just going to be able to stream them from the X Cloud from with any device, no console needed. That's the difference here, Taser. Like, hopefully you understand the difference. One needs a native console. The other one, based on what's being said, does not need a native console. You will need to log in, I guess, for Xbox Live. However, that's what it looks like. But we have to wait and see because we should be getting a Microsoft announcement is in the next 6 weeks. So. Remote means from this or yeah, I understand that. No, they don't even date to date for PS Now. Sony isn't going to. Well, I mean, if it's remote play, you can because you can remote play. Like I think it was it may have been JTech TV. He was remote playing Spider-Man on his PSP. I think. Don't quote me on that. So it can be done. So. Have they done real-time tests? That's a great question. If it's working, I don't know if it's. I don't know if that's a different network though. That would be a different network. So, that's funny as hell though. No one. I don't care what he's doing, but I'm just saying that you should. I think you can stream like you used to be able to stream day and day with PSP and not PSP. With the Vita, so yeah, Top Dog, yeah, they started remote play in 2008. Yeah, I mean, again, they've always done that. So remote play is seamless. Okay, yeah, again, I'm not going to do it. I don't have an Apple phone because I'm not cool enough to own their products. I'm PO, can't afford the O and the R. We're talking about streaming sick. They're talking about, I guess, like Jemiah Dixon said, they want to be able to say that people want to be able to say that Sony is in the same spot as Microsoft because they have no games, but that's not true. I'm just trying. I mean, I guess. I mean, because Sony has had remote play at least since the beginning of this generation. Now somebody said since 2008. So I'm trying to figure it out how Microsoft is leading. How can you lead from behind? I mean, that's all I'm saying. So yeah, so Six said you can do it there. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I didn't. Yeah, I had never done it, so I wasn't for sure. So thanks for Sick with the clarification there. That's cool. So, oh man. Okay, Taser the Light. They've been streaming to multiple devices since the beginning of the generation. Okay, so it's going to take them years to build their network because their network isn't good. So. The difference is Taser the Light is simple. Here's the difference. Xbox is going to let you stream without even owning an Xbox. PlayStation is going to let you stream, but you're going to have to do that via a native console. That's the difference. So you'll always have to have their mother box in order to make the service work. Now, and if PlayStation comes out, if Sony comes out and says you no longer have to buy a PlayStation to access the PlayStation Cloud or whatever you want to call it, you can just go ahead and download the games from the PlayStation Cloud without a PlayStation. That's the difference. That is the difference. Again, it's just, it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. I mean, there's no reason to damage control what the truth is. I showed you the receipts. You now just need to get over it. Xbox is going to allow me to play their games without owning an Xbox. That's what they want to do, and that's fine. I don't blame them because Sony kicked their butts this generation. So, oh yeah, Mother Box with the Justice League. Oh, that movie was so bad. It's so bad. Oh my God. Hey, but I went out and bought Captain America, the first Avenger, in 4K. They apparently are going to put all the MCU movies in 4K. So they're starting with Captain America first. The Winter Soldier comes out next month, I believe. And then Civil War comes out like in June. And I'm getting all of them. So what's finna mean? He says y'all finna eat so much crow sooner or later. What eat crow about what? I mean, what is going to happen? What is Microsoft doing besides getting clobbered? They got beat. Like a friend of mine said, he works in finance, and he said, look, Microsoft actually Microsoft actually had to change the methodology of success because Sony had beaten them so bad this generation. So again, go ahead and explain it to everybody. What is everybody going to be eating crow? Because I don't even know what finna means. Can somebody explain what finna means? Finna. What does that even mean? I mean, I'm just asking. He's talking about Sony games coming to multiple devices. They've already had that. We just showed that. I mean, they've already got that. That is a lie from the man babies there, JS Guy Code. Yeah, that's a lie. I mean, it was so much. Shout out to my man Robert Storms. He was talking about that yesterday. We're just making fun of it because that is from a guy. I'm not even going to give you the name of it, but that is from a guy. That's from a man baby, and it's the same man baby that said that Captain Marvel was going to fail, and it's tracking. Let me make that clear. It's tracking for over 100, and I remember I had it at 107 to 110 million. It's tracking higher than that. So I mean, this just in the United States, we'll have to wait and see. We'll know Sunday at about 3:00 when the preliminary numbers come out. Then the actual numbers will hit Monday afternoon. But we're gonna find out. So because the man babies took a huge hit. So but they can't recast her because they've already filmed. You say in-game JS Guy Code. Let me help you out, brother. You do know that in-game is finished being filmed, right? The movie comes out in 5 weeks. Okay? The movie comes out in 5 weeks so that they can't go back in and recast her. So she's done. She's already filmed her parts. So finna means about to. Okay, well, thank you. So Jemiah Dixon. Yeah, you're right there, Jemiah Dixon. There's some brothers too. Let's keep it 100%. But I have not seen so many upset dudes. Let's see if we can pull up. I'm going to pull up their videos. I'm just going to type in Captain Marvel hate. All right. Let's see here. All right, I got to share the screen. I'm not going to pull up any of these videos. I just want to show you how many of the man babies are out there. So let me share my screen. That means I have to go to this button. Okay. All these are videos dedicated to Captain Marvel, and these dudes hating on her. Look, I'm just going to look. Hate Captain Marvel, leftist journalists say you're an incel. I mean, these are just bullshit videos. Boycott Captain Marvel. Let's see here. Why is Captain Marvel getting so much hate? Brie Larson attacks white men, which she didn't do. Captain Marvel's only hated by white men. I mean, I'm looking at them. Okay, I'm just reading this to you. So Brie Larson, why people hate her so much? So yeah, Captain Marvel damage control. I mean, what's there to damage control? He said this a week ago. The movie is just getting here. And look at him. Okay, this dude probably can't get no girl. So, yeah, Captain Marvel goes full SJW. I'm just, I'm just scrolling down. Okay, Captain Marvel, not for white men. Okay. So Brie Larson hates you. We're reading this. So so now here's this idiot right here. This is one of the people. This is the same guy, the amazing Lucas. He said that Spider-Man had been downgraded, but yet now he's on here saying this. This is 5 months ago. These are the man babies. Okay, so I'm just letting you know. And these look. This is look. I'm still scrolling down, and there's still pages of this shit popping up. Okay. So Miss Marvel, now this is something that got nothing. Look, 1 year ago, Miss Marvel is another SJW Marvel hero who's obsessed with being oppressed. See, I mean, this is what me and Vieratron were talking about the other night. Now, this is a year ago they've been bitching. These cats have been bitching for a year. So I got hate comments for my opinion on Captain Marvel. And that's Brie Larson. All right, this girl has caused them so much pain, so much hurt, so much anxiety. Look, Brie Larson is ruining Marvel. I mean, this is stuff that these guys have put out. So this is when we talk about the man babies, okay? So, and again, I think it's funny as hell. Let me make that clear. I think it's funny as hell. So hopefully you all do too, and you all can just go and enjoy the movie if you plan on seeing it. Like I said, I'm going in a few hours. So Grace Randolph does not know what a Mary Sue is, though, uncompetitive. Yeah. She also said it was a good movie, but she does not know what a Mary Sue is. Okay. So a Mary Sue is the girl from the Terminator. Is it Linda Hamilton? John Connor's mom. She's a Mary Sue. All right. She's a Mary Sue. Ripley from Alien. She's a Mary Sue. Okay. So those are Mary Sues. The other characters she claims that are Mary Sues, they're flawed characters. Rey's character from Star Wars is flawed. She is flawed. So is Captain Marvel. I mean, Captain Marvel, she's just very a matter of fact, okay? She's the strongest kid in the class, and she knows it. So have you ever been around a group of people and you're the smartest person in the room? That's Captain Marvel. She knows that about herself. So she's very matter of fact. But because she's so matter of fact, she makes mistakes. Okay, she's very flawed. So she's the opposite of Wonder Woman, who is a Mary Sue. You name me one thing wrong in the movie Wonder Woman that Diana did. You name me one thing she did wrong. She didn't do nothing wrong. She's a Mary Sue. So, and Captain Marvel's pretty much going to be the same way. So, but it's funny as hell. I just like the stuff they say. She's ruining Marvel. They're not going to use her. She's causing too much controversy. So, see, they're already upset. They said the movie was going to flop. They were wrong about that. They said that they thought Alita Battle Angel, which is straight garbage. Garbage, okay? It is so bad, even though it has Mirashah Ali in it. And if you don't know who Mirashah Ali is, he's won 2 Best Supporting Oscars, okay? It's got him in it. He don't even talk about Alita Battle Angel. Do you know why? It's garbage. Trash. I mean, it's garbage, okay? But these incel man babies, they're saying, well, we're going to go see Alita Battle Angel. I mean, go see it. It's already bombed. They've already written the movie off. So shut the fuck up. Go see it. I've seen Alita Battle Angel. Still trying to figure out why they call her Battle Angel. She's got a funny shaped head. Her head looks like a fucking football. And it's just, again, it looks great. James Cameron all over it. Loved it. James Cameron don't pull shorts on effects. Loved the way the movie looked. Loved it. I like the way Ready Player One looked. Ready Player One looked just as good as Alita Battle Angel. Guess what? Ready Player One was trash. I mean, it was trash. I was not ready at all for that Player One. Let me tell you that right now. So, yeah, Jemai Dixon made a good point. Brothers are getting shot down and harassed in the streets, and this little 10-pound white girl kicks them in the balls, and it's like, ooh, that's the noise they make. Ooh, and look, let's keep it 100%. It ain't all white dudes, brothers from another mother. They ain't down with that bullshit. They not. It's a small group of people on the internet, but it's good that you all have a reference point, because I don't want to make it sound like it's all white guys, because it's not. It is not even close to all white guys. So, like I said, I showed you my movie theater. Matter of fact, remember my movie theater had some seats left in it. So let's pull up what my movie theater. You all saw that last week, so we're gonna show some more receipts here. Let's see here, movie tavern. That's where I'm gonna go see my movie. I'm going at that one. Let's go to Fandango. I'm just gonna fake like I'm a child, like fake 4K. All right, now you all remember my theater last week. Remember I showed it to you? Matter of fact, it wasn't even last week. It was Tuesday night. That's my theater now. Now the gray, remember all this was blue last, I think Tuesday night, you can go check it. A lot of this was blue. Look, it's sold. They sold those tickets. Okay, they sold those tickets. Now here's my seat. I'm right here. Now, actually, I'm right here. So I get that straight line, okay? I get that straight line. So, but my theater is if this movie would be sold out in a sense that there's 11 seats left, 4, 7. I'm sorry, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and let's say so there's 15 seats left. And I bet you by the time I get there, all this is gone. Okay, so I just want people to see the reality. I mean, you all say you gotta bring receipts. Where are your receipts at? Yeah, yeah. That's what the man baby say. So you just saw it. My theater is sold out. Okay. So and Comic Book Girl is too busy. Player was good. Player One was trash. It looked great though. It looked fantastic, but it was trash. I mean. So, so it is what it is. So you linked it to me. Link what? So yeah, I mean, Jemai Dixon, she never said anything. Alita was great. You watched it twice. Well, I mean, again, that's fine. That's a matter of opinion. Art is subjective, okay? But it's not a financial success. Therefore, it's a flop, okay? Therefore, it's a flop. That's just it is what it is. Now let's bring some more receipts. I mean, this is for the people who don't understand what they're up against. I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100%. There were some black women that were mad about the movie Black Panther not having enough quote unquote black women in it, and they were trying to boycott Black Panther. They boycotted it till it made it 1.4 to 1.3 billion dollars. I say that's a failed boycott, don't you? So let's see here, Alita. Yeah, I'm just gonna put bomb. Alita Battle Angel bomb. Let's see here. That's almost a month old. So let's try. I'm trying to find the most recent Battle Angel thing. Bleeding Cool's got dropping the F-bomb in Alita, but I mean, it's bombing, yeah. So yeah, they moved Alita. I tell you what, they moved Alita Battle Angel is they moved it to they moved it to China. They moved it early because they wanted to recuperate the money, and it didn't do it. So this is just reality that we're dealing with now, folks. Okay, we're not dealing with what they want. So, Okay, now this is breaking news. Captain Marvel preview hits 20.7 million, fifth best MCU start. Now there's 21 MCU movies. That's breaking news, guys. You're looking at that live. So, but Alita Battle Angel, look, Captain Marvel did 20 million in one day. Alita Battle Angel in 5 days did 41 million. So in 24 hours, and remember, there was limited showings of this movie, okay? This movie didn't start showing until yesterday at 7 p.m., right? Right. It's already done half of this and what it took 5 days. Now, Alita's made more than this now. This is from February. I think Alita's at, all right, so the movie cost $170 million to make. It was produced by James Cameron. So it is what it is. It's a bomb. I get it. You like it. You liked it. But it's garbage. Trash. Okay? I mean, it doesn't matter, So, I mean, you can't come to me with a failed product, and I get it. You liked it. I respect the fact that you liked it, but it is a financial failure. And that's all Hollywood is looking for. They're looking for formulas for success. Okay, that's what they're looking for. So now we're getting actual numbers. Now you saw breaking news about Captain Marvel making close to $21 million in 24 hours. Now the movie costs $150 million to make. So, and it's going to probably this opening weekend. Now because it made 20 million, they can now adjust the tracking number. Either it'll go higher or lower. But it's the 5th best opening MCU movie in history. How many MCU movies we got? Okay, let's go find out. Let's see here. MCU movies. Because this is all about the receipts. This is all about, this is all about man's business today, but ladies and gentlemen. Then I'm gonna get on up out of here unless you all got more questions. These are all the MCU movies. Now this is Captain Marvel. So, but look. Now, of course, Deadpool is not, but Captain America, First Avenger. Okay, so let's see what Captain America, the First Avenger made. To opening weekend box office. Let's see here. See how we can track this as Civil War. But this is Box Office Mojo. Let's see here. It's the Winter Soldier. All right, Captain America, the First Avenger. Opening weekend, it made $65 million. That's Captain America, the First Avenger. And there's a studio that made it, okay, Paramount. So it made $65 million. So I'm going to go by, what am I doing at this point? We're showing you all receipts. Doctor Strange opening weekend. Doctor Strange total, was that opening weekend? All right, Doctor Strange made $85 million opening weekend. No, that's Thor Dark World. I'm sorry. Doctor Strange made $85 million. Thor Dark World made $85 million. Ant-Man opening weekend, $57 million. Thor, the original Thor, $65 million. So the first Avenger, $65 million. There you go. That's Captain America, the First Avenger. Incredible Hulk, not the one with Ed Norton, not Eric Bana, $55 million. And these are opening. Now, Spider-Man is different. Spider-Man did 117 opening weekend. There's Sony right there. So Captain America Civil War, 179 million. These are now we're getting into, now you understand we're getting into and then Black Panther. There you go. Black Panther right now is the biggest opening. Let me see if we can find Iron Man. Yeah. See, Black Panther right now made 200 million opening weekend. That's opening weekend, ladies and gentlemen. That's amazing. Look, Infinity War is the only, look at that. And then the Avengers 207. So, but Black Panther is a solo movie, made more money than Age of Ultron opening weekend. And this is what you guys do not understand. Look, Black Panther made more than Guardians of the Galaxy opening weekend. Iron Man 98. So your two top grossing movies, 200 million. And so Black Panther and Iron Man, but everything else tracks at about between see Thor Dark World, let's see 65, 57, 65, 55. See, these are the numbers that Marvel's looking at. Okay, why? Because these are opening origin films. These are origin movies. Now, Incredible Hulk was garbage. Okay, but you know, it made $55 million. So see, this is what you guys. So is Captain Marvel going to make $200 million? Hell no, it ain't gonna make no $200 million. But it shouldn't. It should only make roughly what the other movies made. And this is for the man babies out there. There's a man baby in that chat, but see, the man babies are going to try to say, well, it didn't make as much money as they thought. I'm trying to tell you guys and give you a reference, okay? Hey, it should make just about as much as Ant-Man and Thor and the first Captain America movie, okay? So I mean, I'm not hating on Ready Player One. You all said that earlier. Andrew Wilkins said, our amazing Lucas knows he'll get unlimited support no matter what he does. Well, I mean, that's fine. I'm not here to say that he is, but it's goofy. You know, do what you want. So I'm not defending Captain Marvel. So what's happening, the Eratron? So Infinity War, you got that in 4. Yeah, shit's good, man. I love me some Infinity War. So I love Infinity War. Matter of fact, I can't watch it today, but I'm gonna watch it. So these comic book Marvel movies are getting kind of played out. Well, I mean, when they stop making huge opening weekends, I mean, because the average one was about $60 million. That's about average. So, but yeah, I got Infinity War and Bo, and I also bought Captain America First of. I bought that. I bought that day before yesterday. So, yeah, Vieratron. We talked about this the other day. When does Godzilla come out? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's Google. Well, technically, you can call me Godzilla. Let's go with the King of Monsters, right? May 31st. It was on, and it's on a 200 million budget. So May 31st, my man. So yes, I've seen Captain Marvel. I'm going back today. So do we think Xbox? I think next generation is Xbox's last generation. I'm gonna finish with this because I've been here for almost an hour and a half. And the reason why I think it's Xbox's last generation is because they're going to have a foot in streaming, which is fine. They're going to have 2 consoles, possibly doing 4K. And if you include the Xbox X, that's 3 consoles doing 4K. And after 4K, there's nothing left. I mean, not unless Xbox plans on making an 8K console. So, and they're not going to do that. So I think this is the last. And then they'll still support it. It's just they're going to do much more streaming and get their games on other devices. So that's Xbox's next step, is to get these consoles out, support the consoles, and put their games on all the devices. So that'll be what Xbox does. You still will have Xbox gaming studio, stuff like that. Sony is going to probably do this generation coming up and then one more after that, because they will do another console. And that will be the end of it for them. So see, my opinion is Xbox is in better position. Xbox is in better position 15 years from now. Okay, 15 years from now, Xbox is in much better position. So, because at the end of the day, once you get the 4K, and whether it's checkerboard at 4K, and whether it's 1800p, 60 FPS, that's not going to change a whole lot. Okay, it's just not. There's nowhere for us to go when we get the 4K. Remember J-Dub City swinging by the podcast talking about Moore's Law, and there's just nowhere for us to go now. Oh, okay. And so, I mean, Microsoft can say, well, we can improve streaming, and that'll be the next thing. Pretty soon in the next 15 years, you'll be able to stream 1440p. You know, I mean, they already have phones. I mean, like the Sony has cell phones, and there's cell phones at 1440p. Tablets are at 1440p. So it's just a matter of time. So you already have the output. It's just a matter of time before they build the infrastructure for the games to be that way. So now here's the great news for me. I'm already an old man. I'm going to be a very old man. And at that point, I will be done with console gaming, period, because I'll be back on PC because that's where I started. So I'm already got 1 foot in the PlayStation. I got 1 foot on PC. So eventually I'm going to go get I'm going to go buy Falcon 4.0 on Steam. Okay. After I buy Falcon 4.0, I'm going to go out and buy a joystick. After I buy my joystick, which I think I can go buy at Office Max or Office Depot for about $30. After I buy that, I'm good. You know, it's just I'll be playing the games that I played when I lived at home. I was playing Falcon 4.0 and X-Wing and and TIE Fighter. I can buy all those games now. I'm good. I'm happy. You know, so and I can buy X-Wing. I think it's called X-Wing Alliance. I could buy X-Wing Alliance. I could buy X-Wing, this Star Wars X-Wing with the 3 expansions. I can buy all that now and TIE Fighter with the expansions, all for under $20. So you're gonna go watch Alita for the 3rd time. Well, I mean, have fun. I mean, I saw that shit was garbage. I mean, look, when it comes out on 4K, I'm buying it. Okay, because it looks great. It looks great. But yeah. But I just do not think that Microsoft is fine. To me, they're fine. To the fanboys, they're upset with them. I'm not upset with Microsoft and what they're doing. I'm not going to buy. I'm interested in the streaming device. I'm interested in it because I don't have anything in my bedroom. So if they can stream at whatever 720p or 1080p on some games and 60 frames a second, I'm dumb not to try it. Okay, I'm dumb not, and if they can get it out the door for $99, then I'm stupid dumb. But I would buy the Google device before I bought the Microsoft device. So I mean, that's just me. I mean, I'm more interested in the Google device than but I'm interested in streaming as it goes because my 4K TV is in my living room. My 1080p TV, I don't have one. My girl had a 4K TV. She took her 4K TV home, So I'm sorry, she gave her 1080p TV to her mom, and she has a 4K TV, but she took it back to her house. Remember, we bought that TV. So you better build I got a real PC. I got a real PC. Am I going to upgrade the CPU probably by the end of the year? Yes. I'm going to get the AMD 2600. I think that's what it's called. AMD Ryzen 2600. And the GPU, I don't know yet. But I'm hearing that there's a new GPU out. And it's called the 1660. So I got to look into that. Yeah, but I think next generation, I think the new PlayStation may very well have a 1.5 terabyte or 2 terabyte GPU. It's going to take Sony longer to produce their games. They said that already. They've already said that, so you all better get ready for that. This is why I've said before, when the PS5 comes out, it needs to come out with a bare minimum of 3 launch games. It has to have 3 brand new games, and then your sports games, your FIFA, your other one, Madden. Now, Madden can improve on PlayStation. Madden is 4K, but it's 30 FPS on the cutscenes, and then it's 60 the rest of the time. That can be improved. Okay, that can at least be 60-60, or maybe they have an open frame. But we'll have to wait and see. But I will have to wait and see what Microsoft does. So, but yeah, the GTX 1066 Ti. Yeah, I'm actually going to look into that, but I don't want to have to get another. I don't want to have to get another motherboard. So I'm terrified to get a motherboard. So. So uncompetitive said, well, uncompetitive, all movies are a mixed bag. Okay. I mean, if it makes any difference, Avengers Infinity War, that's sitting at like an 85 on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a mixed bag. Okay. It's okay. It's an origin story. So you're going to buy hot garbage in 4K, but won't buy Xbox hot garbage games in 4K. I don't understand that. Got to unpack that, Triple J. So, as long as Xbox never has exclusives ever to console, Xbox remain dead and buried. I got a tough time with that. Yeah. Yeah, and isn't it amazing how their fan base was talking about power just 10 months ago? Literally talking about power. And now all of a sudden it's about options. What's up, Rated PG? Now it's about options. That's where we are. That's where we are, people. So, but anybody got any more questions? So anybody got any questions? Anything you want to say? Speak now or forever hold your peace. So, So you've heard on Google, and that might be starting Rome. Okay. You said Alita Battle Angel was hot garbage, but you're gonna buy it on 4K. Well, because I'm still supporting the medium, and any movie that looks like Alita Battle Angel looks like that, I'm going to support it. Yeah, I thought Justice League was garbage. But as soon as it goes on sale, I'm buying it in 4K because I'm going to support that medium. So, and again, movies with action don't look bad in 4K. It's still a bad movie, but it just looks, it's 4K. So, it is what it is. Power narrative failed at Xbox. Now they're done with it. It seems like that. When Devil May Cry looks and runs better on the PlayStation. Okay. Well, I won't even say looks. It looks the same, but it runs better. You don't see Mike Ybarra and Aaron Greenberg tweeting about that, do you? So, because once again, X ain't going to give it to you. What's your question, uncompetitive? So, Xbox dudes were going ham on Zaire's podcast. Okay. Well, again, it's just remote play, Andrew Wilkins. That's all it is. So, this is there. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier in the podcast. So, yeah, it runs better on the Pro. Candyland, I ran it. You can go back and look at it, but I left a link in the description. You can watch the Candyland video. You can go to Digital Foundry, NX Gamer. They all came out with the same data. So. A tape reviewer who said that they needed to not say anything negative about Disney movies. That tape was never confirmed. So again, you got to look at the people who were saying it uncompetitive. The guy who said that also told you that the movie was going to fail. It was going to flop. It's not doing that. So they said people weren't going to go see it. They were going to boycott it. People aren't doing that. I mean, again, it's reality. It's just reality. So, Anime and manga of Alita Battle Angel is better. Could be, could be. Isn't that another? Yeah, it is Triple J. So there's a most of these multi-plat games do run better on the PlayStation. So most of them. Now, I mean, there's some. I mean, again, the game that's knocked down the Ubisoft game, shit fire. Um, Far Cry's and New Dawn or New Destinies or whatever it's called. That game does look and run better on the Xbox. It's so facto, it ain't even close. So, but that's pretty much the only one that I saw that really blew me away. That and the Shadow of the Tomb Raider game, because again, but it's downgraded on the Xbox. You know, I don't know if people know that. It looks better graphically, and that's one of the things I was trying to talk about earlier. See, even though Xbox with Shadow of the Tomb Raider has a downgraded resolution, the graphics look better. You know, and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I mean, because it did like 1800p or 16, it's like 1782p. It's some weird resolution, but it still looks just as good as Rise of the Tomb Raider. So it is what it is. I'm not complaining about it. It is what it is. So well, this Alita Battle Angel just flat is flopping. We saw the receipts from it. Ain't no reason to get. It's no reason. Look, if you liked it, fine, but don't tell me it's a success because it's not. So, what runs better on Pro is this short year? Pretty much every multi-plat game this year. Ace Combat runs better. Resident Evil 2 is running better. Metro runs better. Metro does look better on the Xbox, but it runs better on the Pro. So, I mean, you guys can go find that out yourselves. It's kind of a dead issue at this point because, I mean, nobody's talking about it anymore. So, yeah, Anthem runs better on the Pro. So, just it is what it is. It is what it is. So, you like Alita's big head and eyes. Her head looked like a football to me. But guys, I'm gonna get on off here. I got to jump into the shower and get a little gaming time in before I go see this movie. And check me out possibly on RGT today. Like I said, I'm only gonna be able to. We only go about an hour, so I'm gonna try to stay for the whole thing. But about 10 after 6, 6:15, I got to roll. So. How do you feel about Mark Hamill said he was hornswoggled? Mark Hamill, like all actors, comes in with Mark Hamill comes in with a way he wants the character to be portrayed, and that's perfectly fine, but it's not his character. Okay, how about the fact, why don't you look into the fact George Lucas actually had to sell his property? He sold the Star Wars property because the Star Wars fans were attacking him. They were attacking George Lucas. That's why, and there's a thing called The People versus George Lucas. It's a video, it's a documentary. It's about how he pretty much had to sell it because there were people trying to tell him what to do with his own intellectual property. So, but Mark Hamill won't be the only. It's not the only actor that feels hornswoggled by its studio. Just it is what it is, and nobody cares because Mark Hamill is. Yeah, look, I liked him as Luke Skywalker. I grew up with. He's one of my heroes. But it's time to go. You know, he's like 68. What is he like? 68 or 71 years old. So it is what it is. So he cannot do what they need that character to do going into the future. So they killed him off. They were going to kill off all of them. And Carrie Fisher was supposed to be the last one going, but you know she's gone. So you know she's gone. So is what it is, guys. Is what it is. So all right, guys, I'm going to get on up off of here. 30 years for a Star Wars sequel. Technically, yeah, you're right, because Jedi was what, 1983? Was Jedi 1983? And we just got the new one in 2016, something like that. So it's been a long time. So, but yeah, And we had the prequels before then. That was 99 to 2006, I think. So they need to stop making Star Wars movies. Nah, they're not going to do that because Disney's got their own streaming service and they got the Mandalorian movie going on. They got a whole bunch. They got like eight new Star Wars projects going right now. So that's a moneymaker. So Hamill was there to witness the burning bush. Yeah. I mean, look, he was just too old. Here's what I don't get. Harrison Ford, the late Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill all wanted to be done with Star Wars. But then when it was coming back out and it was making a lot of money, they all wanted back in, except for Harrison Ford, who in 1979 told George Lucas he wanted Han Solo's character to be killed off. But George Lucas, excuse me, they shot that film of Han Solo being killed and they put it in front of test audiences and it didn't work good. So they said, we're going to freeze you and bring you back. And he did it one more time. The only way J.J. Abrams could get him to come back to play Han Solo was J.J. had to promise to kill him off. He had to promise it. So that was in his contract. So this is you all in the Star Wars community not knowing your own stuff. I know this. Okay, I know this already. So, it is what it is. Mark Hamill did do a fantastic Joker. That's what I've heard. Who should play Kratos in the God of War movie? I didn't know they were making one. I don't know. It's a good question. That's a good question. I have to ponder that for next time. But all right then, guys, I will talk to you later. Jason Momoa would have probably been a great one, but he's already Aquaman. So he's got his $1 billion franchise. He's good. But all right then, guys, we're going to get on up out of here. I do appreciate you coming by. This has been a hit stop, Craig. I know we haven't done this one in a long time. So I appreciate you all being here. Go ahead and hit that like button, share the video. And you all take it easy and stay blessed and go see Captain Marvel. Take it easy. Peace.